So saw a video. There was a lady and her guy, I guess, and they were doing scrambled eggs or some type of eggs. I don't know what it was. Using this pan, this skillet, excuse me, and the lady burned the eggs. They all stuck to the skillet, and it almost made me not buy this skillet. But I was paying more attention, and I saw that she just really didn't know what she was doing. So this is how I do eggs, and that is a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter in the skillet, even if it's already pre-seasoned. You want to make sure that everything is warm and melty and good. And the great thing about cast iron is it evenly heats, right? So there's that. You're gonna scramble eggs, scramble them right, man. Gotta get some air in there. You gotta beat them properly. Okay, one more egg. All right. All right, about ready to start. One more time for good measure. All right. Let me grab a spatula. Pop your eggs in there. And if you'll notice, nothing is sticking. Because even though the pan is pre-seasoned with canola oil, you still put a little bit of oil and butter in there. I mean, come on, man. This ain't rocket science. No sticking. Curds in toward the middle. That's how you scramble eggs. And look at that. No sticking. This cast iron skillet is great. I have never had anything stick to it. So ignore that video and watch that one.
So this is my brand new 10 and I think it's 10 1/4 inch pan by Lodge. As you can see, I have some holders on them. I just wanted to make sure they fit. It did not come with that. I purchased those separately. This is my 12.5 inch enamel. It's enameled on the outside. It's by a different company. And I love cooking on that, but it's so big. So I thought I'd get a smaller 10 3/4, which is better for two of us. These handles come right off. This just came today. I have not had a chance to season it. And I was thinking about buying a lid, and then I thought, well, wait a second. So what I did was I went ahead and used a 10-inch pan lid from my other, and that fits perfectly. So before you buy a lid, you could test yours at home if you have the right size, which I happen to have. So I did not have to buy a lid. Now, to remember, this is cast iron, so I'm going to season this pan maybe two or three more times before I go ahead and use it. I will wash it with a little tiny bit of soapy warm water, dry it very well, use Crisco or bacon fat, whatever. I might just cook some bacon on it and let that soak in and then use some of the bacon fat, or I could just use Crisco. Never use soap on your pan. Use boiling water, add it to your already hot pan or your pan, and let the bits come off. Let it sit for a little bit. Use a nice bristle brush. Take all the bits and pieces off and wipe it clean, and always make sure you dry it real well. Every time I use it, I wipe it down with a little bit of Crisco or something, and then I let it get heated up on the stove again, really hot till I see it smoking. I turn off the, these are my quick seasonings after every use. So then I just turn it off and let it just cool off there and wipe off any excess that I have. And that's it. They're the best pans. They keep their heat and they will work forever. And you'll have them forever if you take care of them. And that's it.
Hello everyone, I'm doing a video review of the 6-inch, which is right here, and the 10.5-inch Lodge cast iron skillets. I just cooked in both of them. I cooked 2 batches of bacon in here, and I cooked 2 double batches of eggs in here. To my surprise, the bacon stuck more than the eggs, which is not what I was expecting, because you see the tremendous amount of oil that came from the bacon. And the eggs, while they stuck a little bit, they did not stick as much as I was expecting, honestly. So I'm very well surprised, very pleasantly surprised. I had to mess around with the heat. I consider the sticking more an error on my part than that of the cast iron, because I'm brand new to cast iron. I'm just learning how to cook with cast iron, you know, how to control the heat, what heat works best to cook things so that they don't stick. And I know that as I use my pans and as they become more and more seasoned, they will stick less and less. So I think it's more an issue of human error that there's any sticking going on, because I've seen videos of other people cooking eggs and meat in their brand new cast irons and there's no sticking. So I think they're just doing something that I'm not. So overall, I'm very pleased with these. I'm trying to create a non-toxic kitchen, which is why I'm going for cast iron, even though it does give off some iron. Iron is actually good. I am anemic. I've struggled with anemia my entire life. So the iron that's going to be secreted from these pans will actually benefit me. But, you know, as far as we know, it doesn't secrete anything harmful into our food. So I'm looking forward to these lifelong iron-enriching pans. And I'm going to continue to use them, continue to season them, and continue to practice in them and just try to get better. So overall, I would give them 5 stars. They're not as heavy as I was expecting. They're very nicely seasoned. When I got them, they look very nicely made. You know, the shape, no cracks, no chips, very nicely molded. Yeah, and like I said, they're not as heavy as I thought. Not even the 10-inch. I mean, cast iron in general is heavier than other.
I have the Lodge pan scraper and the Lodge cast iron skillet. I've had my skillet for over a year now, and I use it to cook absolutely everything. I love this thing. It's really hearty, and it truly is non-stick whenever I season it properly. So I recently got the Lodge pan scraper, and I am not even kidding. It comes in a set of 2. And see, this one's the dirty one. I use that one more. this one, I am not even kidding. Every time I use this on my cast iron skillet, I talk about like, oh my gosh, look at how good this works. Because I love my cast iron skillet, but sometimes if I like cook tomatoes in it, it takes away the seasoning. And then the next time I cook, like I have eggs stuck to like all surfaces of the pan, and for the life of me, I can't get all of it off. It stresses me out. And so I got the Lodge scraper, and I actually got my cast iron skillet pretty clean before I realized I wanted to do a review video. And so this is some dried on pancake, and before the scraper, I would use my metal spatula to like try and like scrape it off, which I don't think is very good for the pan or my roommates. It's very loud. But see, watch, like, look at this. It just comes like straight off, and it's quiet. It's just really easy. I sound like a paid advertisement. I'm not. I just really love this thing. And I'm so in love with it because it seems like they actually thought about the design. Like, this edge is best for trying to like scrape the sides of the pan because it's curved, so it needs a curved edge. But whenever I need to scrape like the bottom of the pan, I use a straight edge and kind of scrape like that, or scrape this off. And it just works. It feels like every edge is meant for something. I use the 2 long edges the most, but I really love this thing. And 5 out of 5 stars.